Hi guys, it's Tom000123 and another commentary for you on the new map. Well, I say new, it's been out for a while now. This map's called Vertigo. Toby said there were 4 maps in this map pack, but I refused to believe it. At first I thought there was only one, that was Studio. That was our first map pack video. That's going alright, it's got around 230 views or something like that, so thank you very much for your support with that. I finally played Vertigo. I think it was the second time I played it on this map. And it's awful. There's no two ways about it. B, there are so many routes into B, unless you do what those guys just did and pack it full of people, it's almost impossible to take, because there's no way you can keep your awareness about you like 360 degrees all the time if it's just you on there. It's almost impossible, because if they've got C, they spawn near the top of those stairs, they spawn near the top of those the windows where you can jump in, they spawn here just to the right side of the door, so they can run in from the side, and at C of course you've got the main doorway in, so it's almost impossible to take it on your own. And if you get a team, luckily my team here actually capturing the flag quite consistently, so I think we win this one. I don't get a great score, but it does highlight some of the issues that Treyarch have especially had on these new maps. Toby made a very good point that these maps could be a lot more 3D, a lot more vertical, as it were, to use Vertigo as a bit of a point. If you could just jump on things, I don't know how I got a kill there, but you can just jump on things. Like there's on Encore, there's a green bin that will give you a little head glitch overlooking into one of the camping spots on top of the actual stadium. That'll be a bit of a counter stadium camping spot, but it doesn't allow you to do it. There's a couple of places on this map as well. Like you could probably jump on one of the walls just to my right, just give a bit of height and a bit of defending to see, rather than just being spawn killed on this 2-dimensional maps. Along here as well, like on the left there, jump on top of there. Something just, it wouldn't do much good, but it'll make it look like they're just trying a little bit more to make them more vertical, but they're really not. You do get quite a few good gunfights in here. You've got pillars to hide behind that actually do absorb quite a bit of bullet damage. You'll know from previous videos, me and Toby just bitch about the non-existence of walls on this game, and that's because they don't exist. But on here you can actually get quite a bit of decent cover from here. Shoot through windows, can't shoot through the pillars, so you're allowed to duck and weave in between cover, which makes it for a nice quiet experience actually. Makes going in there not completely pointless, but if you jump on B, there's like a nice little dip where grenades will roll down, where you can put C4, where people can see you capturing it, and you can't really defend it because the stairs aren't steep enough for you to head glitch, but they're shallow enough for them to see straight down them pretty much from quite a distance away and headshot you and kill you before you can take B. Again, why is that bit on the left, that bit here on the left with the awesome VTOL warship, why is that bit blocked off? That will add a nice little bit of depth into it as well. Maybe a bit of sniping into C, maybe make it a bit more of a sniping map. Maybe put a hard point up there as well. I've not played hard point on a lot of these maps. I think Domination gives you a pretty good overview of what a map feels like and what a map plays like in every other game mode. But yeah, just lots of things like jump on there. I don't know, I haven't tried jumping on there, but it doesn't look like you can. And it's wasted opportunities. Like on the wall on the right, like best map I can think of for 3-dimensional that Treyarch have done, I think, was on World at War, and I can't remember the name of the map, but it was like a jungle place, like a stone ruins, and you can jump on top and run all about it and run everywhere. If you can see a place, you can pretty much jump on top of it, and it made for a nice experience because it means you can rush into B, you can rush into A and C, but you're exposed from people who like to camp with an assault rifle. So again, it's not bad to have things that are climbable. Oh dear, yeah, that guy was daydreaming, I think. But yeah, just again, why can't I jump on that vent? Again, it wouldn't give me much of a tactical benefit, but it means I can hop round rather than having to walk all the way around the map to get to an entrance to B. It just means I can just hop over. Yeah, fail. I know. Toby says, "Oh, Toby says you need to jump," so I did jump, just the wrong way. Another point about this map, which you will see later on, spawn system I've been going on about the spawn system in this game for every single map, but this map does give some perfect examples about how easy it is to control spawns on this game. There's one bit where I do get a couple of orbital VSATs, and I do just wait for them to spawn. I know where they're going to spawn, so I just wait for them to appear, and lo and behold, about 3 or 4 people do. But yeah, on the whole, fairly balanced actually. There's no, usually if you start A or C, usually one side gives you like a big advantage over the other, but on Vertigo it's not really the case. I mean, they've both got the same sort of entrance into B with the same sort of cover both sides. There's no real elevator spots. Another example I think of is Jungle on Black Ops 1. If you start, I think it was C, you got that big cliff where you can snipe from and seen to B quite clearly. But on the more of the Black Ops 2 maps, there's not really that sort of you don't really get that sort of edge at the beginning. Which does make it a little bit more balanced. It's probably the only good thing I can say about those maps. But this one is much better than Studio, mainly because I've tried something new. You know, you don't get this a lot on the Black Ops maps. You don't get this sort of you know, you can fall off the map 360 degrees like there. You know, why can't I jump on there? Why can't I jump on there? Yes, it's a nice little bit to stay down here, but why can't I go up there? That makes a really nice little change of scenery. You can get on there, but like I say, up on the top right bit you can get people camping up there, but again it doesn't give you much of a tactical advantage. Watch out for the C4, one of the perks of having an engineer, so I can see impending death. Yeah, like you see now, I know where they're going to spawn. They're going to spawn right or left, most likely left. It does help that I got a UAV, but it's fairly obvious where they are. Because my allies on the right hand side, even though they've got B, they are still spawning on the left hand side. Now I know since I've just taken A, they'll be spawning on C, which means I can run up here quite easily and just camp on this bit here. See, straight away spawn. They spawn on the right hand side if they don't have any flags. Now they've got B, they're going to start spawning at C, at A, sorry, because that's where I've just come from. All my eyes at C. It's a really small map, and it's really easy to control where they're going to spawn and where you're going to get the kills. Which you'll see in a second. And again, same scenario. I run over there, get a couple of kills, and they all start spawning here. I don't know how I'd survive, in all honesty. I should have died a long time ago. Laser sight, scorpion, rapid fire, boom, love it. Again, running around the spawn, nice easy spawns, lots of cover to use. Really small spawns as well, so they don't really have that sort of they don't really have the same sort of size as Black Ops 1. I was a bit unlucky here actually. I started switching weapons because I was being cool. But yeah, they don't really have the size of spawns that they do on Black Ops 1 or other Modern Warfare games, where you actually get a large area. Look, you see, you got that little bit of bat, you got that little bat bit, and a little bit to the left, but it doesn't really give you that advantage you need. If someone's doing this, look how easy this is for me. I mean, I don't know how I don't get that kill, but I'm not even trying. You know, I'm just standing there. They're spawning to the right and to the left of me with a UAV, and especially with an orbital VSAT. It's so easy to control these spawns on such a small map. Studio's got the same problem because it's such a small map. It's really easy to figure out where they're going to spawn, where your teammates are. You can figure out where they're going to spawn. A little bit James Bond heroics there. It's really easy to dictate, and I've been on the receiving end. This is probably one of the few games where I've actually been got the upper hand on the spawns, as it were. But every other time it's been me in their position where I can't get out of the spawn, where the enemy's able to predict exactly where I can go, exactly what paths I'm going to take. And it is frustrating, and it's something that I do need to work on not if they're going to do more map packs. Of course they're going to do more map packs. Not just the latest one that's been doing, so I've got so many more camouflages to do. But even ones in the far future, I'm sure that we're going to see a few more reskins as well. So it's just a nice way of getting 4 out instead of just 3, which is fair enough. I mean, I don't mind reskin maps. I know if you want to see my opinions on reskin maps, look at the previous video on Studio, and you'll get a full lowdown of why I think they're cheap, they're nasty, and it's a developer not showing real interest in the game anymore. That's just my personal opinion. I'm sure there are people out there going, "Oh, what the fuck are you talking about? They're doing reskins because it's a good map and they just want to make it futuristic." Fine, I don't care what you think. My thoughts are it's a waste of money, it's lazy, and whatever. I like to think of this as a futuristic take on High Rise. Yes, there's not the spawn traps, and there's not the, you can't go up as much as you could on, if that makes sense. You can't go up as much as you can on the Modern Warfare 2 one. But here's a good example. See, right, I know I've got allies on C, allies on B. I'm thinking, right, there's only one place they can spawn. Orbital VSAT, boom. Lo and behold, 2 people. 3 people. It's so easy to dictate where they go. And yeah, look at that. They're not even changing the areas where they spawn. And this pissed me off. No scope. I mean, I was on fire, honestly. Adrenaline flow and everything like that. I'm in the spawn killing people, and he does a fucking quick no-scope. Wasn't aiming anywhere near me. It wasn't even centralised. Like to the top right of me or whatever. But never mind. I did alright. 8 captures, 6 defends. If you do know me as a player, I very rarely capture. So I was intent on winning that game, and it was so easy as well because we had orbital VSATs and UAVs up on a small map. Really easy to capture flags if you dictate where the enemies are spawning. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll have another one up for Madma and Encore shortly. Check out our latest video. We caught another booster, and his name's been added to the Wall of Shame. So we'll see you then. Bye.